Hello everyone, I am so excited to show you this calculator I came up with yesterday. So yesterday I was thinking about, there's all these lessons and wisdom coming from Tim and his other students that I was thinking about how do I prevent myself from making those mistakes. And one of the mistakes that inspired this calculator was you know, or not mistakes, but things to remember is small gains add up. And the mistake I thought might happen, it's like you might not be patient enough. You might the psychology of trading, you might doubt yourself. You might go for home runs, which is not a good thing. You might go away from your rules. You might think like, "Oh man, I'm never going to get anywhere if I'm only making 10%." You might risk more. You might do all of these things. So this calculator in a way puts me like at peace, like with my mind, with like, okay, I'm gonna be okay. Small gains do add up. So let me jump into it and show you. So I'm really excited. And I'm gonna start with this super conservative example. So the recommended amount of to start with, um, I feel is between 1,500 and 3,000 if you're like a complete beginner and have just been doing studying and things like those. So that's where that number came from. Average win rate, I feel like 51% is easy to get to and realistic. So let's keep it there. Uh, Average win percent, once again, conservative. Average loss percent, I don't plan on risking more than 1%, maybe 2%. Um, but I'm going to put 3 for slippage and conservative. So average trades per week, four per week. Once again, conservative because it's a hot market, but just because it's a hot market and there seems to be lots of plays every day, let's say 3. Um, it doesn't mean that you're gonna recognize them and take them. And we're being conservative, right? So 3 plays per week, fee per trade, and this is for E-Trade. And actually, if you do less than 30 trades per quarter, the fee is higher. And this is per week, so that would be, let's say 2. If I do 2, the fee is actually $6.95. But let's go back to our example. All right, I'll come back to these two. Maximum position size. I know when talking about sizing up and everyone's experience, it seems like there's a certain level where they have to tweak the strategy or psychologically the profit and loss just becomes so much bigger that you start slipping more and or cutting. I don't know, so there seems to be a level. So that's why I added that here. And then same thing with max positions per day. How many positions do you feel um, comfortable with? Like if I start trying to do 2 positions per day, I seem to be slipping up and my average 1% goes down, right? So I'm comfortable doing 1 position per day. And so let's say per week I say that I want to take 6. It kind of warns me like, hey, you're above that um, level that you're comfortable at. So um, okay, so let's keep that in mind. And then the account goal I have at 25,000 because that's to get out of PDT, and that at this rate we would get there at in week 30, month 8. And then profit goal, savings goal, and profit per trade goal. All right, and then here it tells you at the end of the year what your profit or loss is, and how far it is from your goal, and then profit per trade, savings, weekly payout, and then by the end of year 2. So if we look at this super conservative example, like I said, we get out of T in week 30, month 8. And at the end of the year, you're paying yourself $2,000 per week, which is the what you wanted to. But I I forgot we're being conservative here. Who knows? You might be able to live off of 3,000 per month. But before I click enter, look at the savings and the profit and loss here. Or even more, look at it here in year 2. Look at the difference it makes. It does make a difference, huh? Cool. So yeah, that at the end of the year, you'll be paying yourself 3,000 a month, and you'll have 25,000 in savings, and that's with these numbers. How awesome is that? Pretty cool, huh? I'm gonna make this a little bit more realistic to like live on. And then let's say you start off and your winning rate isn't that great. We can also see what that does to you. You're not paying yourself yet. You don't have savings, and you've only made 16,000 after the first year. And your average profit per trade is 256. And your average starting out your first week profit loss is $37 per trade. But look, you're still profitable. I mean, it sucks. Why would you want to be at 40%? If you're below 50%, go study. But yeah, that goes to show if you cut losses quickly. Let's say you don't cut losses quickly. Look at that. Negative. You're losing money. You're bleeding out money. Like, when do you run out of money completely? Pretty much at the end of the year. Look at that. You've lost your $3,000. Good job. So be smart. Cut losses quickly. 2%. Big difference. See that? And then let's go back. Let's do a happy estimation now, right? So 62%. Look at that. We get to PDT in 20 weeks. And our savings, 107. Nice. Let's say average trades per week. Let's keep this at 3 for slippage. Let's say average trades per week, we start taking 6. And that's red once again. Why is that red? I already said it. So let's just increase these because I'm comfortable taking 2 positions per day now. In this situation, I guess. But notice how my savings, 279, it went down a lot, right? Why did it go down so much? B2, this is going to calculate it where savings is the amount I'm allowed to withdraw from my bank account. But for me to make 2 trades at 50,000 position size, I always need to keep a balance of $10,000 in my account. And I also want to show you guys, let's say my position size that I'm comfortable with is only 20,000, and I'm taking the 4 trades, for example. And I want to pay myself $10,000. Huh. It's still pretty good. Oh, because of this. Okay, hang on. I do want to show you something. See how my payout amount goes from my goal and then drops down again? That's because, and it's red, because your max profit here with this 20,004 per week and 51%, your max profit is 2,068. So you never want to pay yourself more than you're profiting, because as you can see, you're just bleed your account out, have to stop taking money, bleed your account out, and your savings really suffer. Look at that. That's horrible. Um, so yeah, it's better for there to not be any red here. Um, cool. Um, account goal. So see how you don't start paying yourself until you've reached that account goal. That's because, you know, reach your goals and then reward yourself. And then here I have the percent that I want to take out every week when I start paying myself. This is 10% of my profits. I can change it to 20%. But see, it all makes a difference here. And what this does is it takes 20% of the previous month's profits. And it does that until 20%, I need to fix this. 20% is greater than the max monthly I want to pay myself, right? So cool. Let's go back to a happier example. 62, let's say 11, let's say 6, and this is super optimistic. Pay yourself 10,000. Max position size 100, which means you're risking about $2,000 on each trade, $3,000. And yeah, that's fine. Account goals, yeah. So look at that. It makes a big difference. Isn't that awesome? So yeah, I hope this inspires you guys and you keep it going. And you're okay with the small wins because they do add up. $73 average win, and you're going to end the year paying yourself $1,100 per week. That's $4,400 per month, and you're gonna have made $90,000 out of the $3,000. Not bad, huh? Savings of 147. And then if you, let's say month 3, are like, cool, I feel good, I have my win thing up, I can invest more money. So let's say I add $3,000 to my account. Look at the difference that makes. Ah, beautiful. Oh, and the most exciting part is this is going to be automatically updated to my actual numbers. So, oh shit. This is my monthly overview, and each strategy that I want to try out, dip buys, breakouts, overnights, each one has its own color and is being analyzed on its own. So I'm going to link this to the actual my actual win rate, my actual average loss, and all of that stuff. So notice how this is 61%. Now let's say that on Thursday, instead of 4 losses, I had 2 losses in my breakouts here. So that went up, and so did this. And all of these numbers are going to be automatically updated to my actual numbers. So I'm pretty excited. This is going to be like kind of inspirational, like keep going. And yeah, if you have some savings and you're thinking of buying a new computer, you might plug it in here and see like, oh shit, do I really want that computer? Because I mean, 61,000 in savings turns into 89,000. Then you can buy several computers if you just wait a year. Haha. And it gets you to PDT. All right, so cool. I think that's it. I have my rules here. I have my watch list, which also has a bunch of automatics that give me green light, red light on go decisions, and same thing here. And I have so much stuff. I'll try and add this in another video. I'm like recording everything. just doing this calculation, I have like 7 hours of video because I almost pulled out my hair a few times trying to figure it out. um, I hope these numbers were inspiring to you guys, and you see that if you don't follow your rules, if you start randomly taking trades without paying attention, and you know, not cutting losses quickly, like you're good luck. You're gonna not do well, right? And I hope you realize that if you do study, your worst case scenario, you're gonna be okay. And your best case scenario, I mean, you're gonna be great. So keep it small. Um, thank you, all you gurus out there, giving me so much wisdom and all that stuff. Cool. All right. Hope that helps you guys.